What's going on, guys? My name is Dylan, DSR Knowledge, and today we're back at it again with another Here in My Car vlog. And it's been a little while since I've done a proper one. I uploaded one recently that was actually from way back in September, so I apologize for being slow on the content as always. I keep promising that I'll, be uploading weekly and stuff like that, and I can't seem to get that down pat. But I'm doing my best to upload when I can. So in the last one I was talking about going on a trip, and we went down to Lake Geneva, and it was gorgeous. We had a great time. It was for our 3-year kind of anniversary of dating, and we had a really fun time. It was gorgeous out there. We were only there for a couple days, but it was really neat. We got to walk around the city for a little bit and go through all the shops and stuff. And I live pretty close to central Wisconsin, so kind of by Wisconsin Dells. It was similar to that, except there was a lot more arts and crafts kind of stores, a lot of paintings and stuff. So I was super interested in that because I really like to do photography and stuff, and in school I always loved doing like art and stuff like that. I was never a super good painter or anything. I did do a couple small mural pieces and stuff like that for the school. So it's always interesting to be able to go into the little shops and see all the neat paintings and stuff like that. And I always just really like taking a peek at them, and everything was really reasonable too. I mean, some of the really big pieces were expensive, but you could have got small prints of stuff that was actually fairly cheap. So that was really cool. We got to the place we were staying at was outside of town. It was family of my girlfriend's, and they have a very gorgeous home out there. And oh god, I got a lot of construction coming up here. They had a very gorgeous home, and they lived on their own small section of kind of like a lake. It was they owned a section of this pond, which is not really a pond, it's actually pretty much a lake. So we got to go kayaking, and then we did a little paddle boat out there, and they had a normal boat. We were going to go fishing, but we didn't find time to do that. But it was just really nice to get away for a couple days and kind of go relax out there and hang out with her family and stuff. Was really fun, really needed and everything. And I should have posted about it earlier, but I didn't, and that was a few weeks ago that happened. But definitely worth it. I had a great time. On to some other stuff. I got a lot of stuff that I'm excited about coming up here as we're rearing the end of October. It's going to be Halloween soon, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be working at the bar, bartending during Halloween, so I think that'll be a really fun time. I don't know if I'm going to dress up yet or not. I might just do something simple. A few years ago I was the Joker. I might just do that again, just put on face paint and dye my hair green and be the Joker, because I don't want to put on a giant costume and try and sling drinks in that, because I could see that turning into a terrible accident real quick. So I might do that. Outside of Halloween, after that, we've got the start of November, which every year is kind of like its own little holiday for me, because the new Call of Duty game comes out. So November 3rd, Call of Duty World War II is going to be coming out, and I'm really excited for this one because they're taking it back to boots on the ground Call of Duty, which is kind of when I got into it. It wasn't quite so insanely, the movement speed and everything wasn't quite so insane. Player, movement was more predictable and stuff like that. I think it was a little more of a mental game when it was a little bit slower played like that. I think there was more of a thought out process through it versus just, winning fights based off of movement speed. So I'm excited for that, because that was the Call of Duty that I kind of, grew into and really got into loving and everything. And that was more when I was a social player, and that's where kind of competitive gaming started for me, was on that type of thing, like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 and stuff like that. I mean, obviously I played COD 4 and World at War and stuff, and games like Halo and stuff, where it was, like I said, I mean, the movement speed wasn't quite so insane, and movement was more predictable and stuff like that, so you could really, know where people were going to be and when they were going to be there, just based off of, spawn times and stuff like that. So I'm excited, needless to say. And then on the same day, we've got the new Like Moth to Flames album coming out, and the singles that they've been releasing really far have been really awesome. That's been a band that I've been following for quite a while now. I remember shortly after their first CD came out, that was not the EP, but the actual first CD that they released. I remember getting that CD for Christmas from my dad, and it was something that I think he picked up just because it said like fans of A Day to Remember or something or other on there, fans of other bands that I was listening to at the time. So he got me that CD a long time ago, and I really liked it. I was super surprised, and at that time they weren't really all that popular. I think he did find the CD in like a Best Buy or a Target or something, I can't remember. I'm sure on Facebook he'll probably remember where he picked it up, and he'll comment on that. But yeah, I can't thank him enough for getting me that CD, because this is a band that I've followed through for the past, I don't know, five plus years or so, and I've really liked them. It might have been even longer than that. It's been a while. I can't remember when that CD came out, but definitely been a band that I've been keeping up with and following, as I repeat myself over and over, but a band that I've really enjoyed throughout the duration, and they've kind of grown a little bit as an artist, and they've just been a band that that's been there for me in a way that, you know, a lot of people have bands that are there for them, that they write music that help them deal with certain situations, and that's definitely one of those bands for me. They're, you know, they talk about hard topics to talk about and stuff like that, and it's just a release, you know, unlike a lot of music that I listen to can really get to achieve that kind of a release. So it's really neat always hearing their new stuff, and I'm super excited for the new album to come out. So like I said, a few big things coming up here in the start of November that are going to be awesome and exciting for me. And then Q4 this year, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is supposed to release for Xbox One, and I'm super excited about that. But in the meantime, since we don't really have any huge Battle Royale style games, they just released a couple weeks ago Fortnite Battle Royale, and that's been a huge hit. I see so many people on, you know, streams like Mixer and stuff like that, or Twitch, streaming Fortnite Battle Royale. So I got it a couple weeks ago, and I've been playing the crap out of it, and it's so addicting, so fun to play. It's just, it's its own breed of game. I mean, we had games like The Culling, which were kind of like I think it was a 16-player based Battle Royale game, and it's on a whole new level because of the just crazy amount of people that spawn in. It's 100 people spawn into a map. I got a bunch of something in the road over here. I don't know what those are. Those are big birds. Huh. Neat. They're attacking a skunk that was dead. So I guess they're not really attacking it, they're eating it. Oh God, I can smell that. That was definitely a skunk. I just tasted a little bit. But anyway, Fortnite Battle Royale has been super fun. A lot of my friends are actually getting it and getting into it, and they've been playing it quite a bit. So I think everyone's kind of having a good time with it. It's a nice break from kind of the regular first-person shooter. It's a third-person Battle Royale. It's still really competitive for me, so I really enjoy that feeling. A lot of it's random luck, and a lot of it you end up dying right away, and there's nothing you can really do about it. But that's just how the game goes. It's one of those type of games where you die right away, you jump back into it, you do it all over again. So that's been really fun, and I don't know how, you know, what the longevity of that game is going to be, but so far it's been super interesting, super fun for me. Right now I'm actually on my way to go pick up a new controller. The controller I have is a Razer Wildcat right now, and it's been a really good controller, but I have an issue where my headset likes to start buzzing for no reason, and I bought, you know, I had this controller once, and then the cable was kind of frayed on it, so I always had to mangle together other cables, because it's a USB micro, but it's got like little indents on it, so you can't plug a regular one in there, so you have to like mangle a regular USB to get it to fit in there. So I ended up buying a new Razer Wildcat with a new cable, and I still had this issue. So I'm hoping it's not the USB port on my Xbox that's causing the issue, but I'm pretty sure it's the cables on them. I don't know. It's a braided cable, so they were really nice, but I don't know. I've just had bad luck with it. And I mean, it feels really great, and it works really well. It's got remappable buttons and stuff like that on there. So I mean, it's definitely a good controller. I've just had bad luck with it, you know, connecting to the Xbox and stuff, and there's a lot of times where I just can't seem to get it to do exactly what I want it to. Like, it'll disconnect from the Xbox if I move the cable in just a certain way, so I've got to have it kind of finagled just right and try and not mess with it too much, and it's just been a little bit too much of a hassle that I want to deal with. As like I said, I'm kind of competitive when it comes to that stuff, so if that happens to be in mid-game, I get pretty upset. and I don't think it's my headset that causes the buzzing noise itself, because I bought a new headset and it still did the same thing. So I want to say it's part of the controller, or just the connectivity with the controller. So I think I'm going to go pick up an Xbox One Elite controller, the one that's got the remappable buttons and stuff like that, because that's something that I've just come accustomed to with the back buttons on the controller, being able to have that slight competitive edge where I don't have to take my thumbs off the thumbstick in order to push the buttons. And I know that's kind of silly to most people that are average players, or people that like to play it as, you know, just as to have fun or something. But when you're playing it as competitive, you want to have every edge that you can. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that and pick that up, maybe do an unboxing video of that also. And kind of compare it, because I've had SCUF controller before and that ended up breaking on me, and really I've treated these controllers, because they're more expensive controllers. I think the SCUF controller, I honestly think I spent almost $200 on, so I've treated these controllers really well. The Wildcat's a much more reasonable price, and I've tried to treat these controllers as best I can. Before I used to throw them around when I got angry and stuff, but that was when they were, you know, $60 controllers, and I mean, they're a little bit more replaceable at then. Still not a good idea to do that, because it's still a lot of money to just be throwing around. But now, you know, when you're spending $200 on a controller or something like that, you know, you really want to try and take as best of care of it as you can, because it sucks when you break something that's that expensive and then you have to replace it. And then there's also the downtime of it. When you break it, then you can't play it. And if you're like me, you gotta be able to play. You can't just not play. So yeah, so I'm gonna try that out and compare it to the other ones that I've had, and see, you know, if it's you know, everything is cracked up to be. All the videos I see on it are really positive and everything, and I know a couple people that have it that really like it. So, and the big thing is it's got the 3.5 millimeter or whatever the, like, the regular headphone jack is on the bottom of it too, which is what the Wildcat has, and that's also got the regular headset. So either way, I'll be able to plug in the current headset that I have, which are the HyperX Cloud Core headset, which has been a really nice headset for me. But like I said, the buzzing issue, and I can't even hear it, so I don't know when it's happening, so it just really annoys the people that I'm playing with. So, and like, if I could hear it, then it'd be, you know, a little more like I could figure out when I need to, like, unplug it and replug it, or do whatever I can do to try and fix the buzzing noise. But, you know, when you're playing with people and you can't hear it and you're just annoying them, then, you know, I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to hopefully see if this controller fixes that issue. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to end up getting a new headset eventually also. So there's that whole, you know, predicament, dilemma that I might be in. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I got going on right now. I'm sure there's a few other things that I wanted to talk about that I'm missing. You know, trying to grind my way through, just creating some more YouTube videos and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for all the views on the laptop unboxing. It has like 3,000 something views, and then my Canon printer unboxing video has 1,000 views, so that did really well. Like, I'm super stoked to see stuff like that, kind of. I mean, it's not a lot of views when you look at, you know, people that have been doing this for a long time, but, you know, I've been around YouTube for quite a while. This account I haven't had for super long. I think I've had it for maybe a year or so, or not quite a year yet, but you know, just to see a small success like that, and there really makes me happy to see that I have a few videos that are getting like a couple thousand views on it. That's huge to me, you know. That's a ton of views. Like, I'm used to getting, you know, like 100 views was a lot of views on one of my Call of Duty edits on my older channels and stuff like that. Like, that was insane. And most of my videos now are getting like 30 or so, or, you know, even less than that. Some of them aren't even at 10 views. But so to see a couple of those videos getting over 1,000 views or 3,000 views, that's nuts to me. And I really appreciate that I have people out there watching that kind of content, and it means the world to me to see some of those videos make it like that. And obviously it's not something that I'm, you know, doing as a full-time job or anything, and YouTube's been making that pretty hard for a lot of people to try and do, especially with the whole adpocalypse that everybody's talking about, which I really don't know a whole lot about, other than the fact that I saw a message pop up today that they said, well, back in April we told everyone that if you don't have 10,000 views on your channel or less, then you're not going to be able to monetize your videos anymore, which I was like, well, I mean, I'm pretty consistent on YouTube, and I never saw that message, so I don't know if it was an email or something that I missed, but yeah, so that kind of sucks. So I think I'm at like maybe 6,000 total views, so I'm halfway there to the 10,000 total views you need to be able to monetize your videos. But I don't think at right now it's not a big deal to me that I can't monetize the videos. It's not like even with the amount of views that I'm getting, I would have got a ridiculous amount of ad revenue off of it anyway. But I mean, it does suck for small YouTube channels that are, they want to be able to create content, and obviously if there's the incentive of them making a little bit of ad revenue off of it, people get excited even if it's just dollars that they see popping up, in ad revenue. That's exciting for people. So I mean, for them to, make it to where it's like, well, only people that are really bringing in traffic are going to be able to, make any money doing it. It kind of sucks for the smaller channels out there like myself that want to do this as either a part-time or even just to create some money doing it. It sucks for that, but again, it's not something that I'm doing for the money. It's something that I'm doing for fun because I enjoy to do it, and I want to be able to make kind of a platform for myself. And there's other options out there to do that on, but I've always watched YouTube videos. I have a lot of people that I follow on there that I converse with and that I see that I like keeping up with and everything. So I don't see why I would completely switch to something else right now just because of the money issue, because it's not ever been a thing for me that I've been making a lot of money doing YouTube videos. So I still enjoy YouTube as a platform, and I'm going to use it regardless. But I might also be starting up some other things that have more potential money wise for me. It's the same thing as why I use Mixer to stream instead of Twitch, because Twitch is kind of oversaturated. Not that I still watch Twitch streams all the time, it's just I don't stream on it myself because it's so oversaturated that I don't see myself getting any viewers when I'm on there. Or when I'm on Mixer, I'll get a couple people to hop in the stream and talk to me for a little bit, and that's what makes streaming fun for me, is when I have somebody that actually communicates and talks to me. That's where I enjoy hopping on and playing games and talking to people that enjoy the same thing. That's fun for me. And if I can't have that on Twitch, then it's another thing that I'm not making money doing it, but I enjoy it more when I have other people that are enjoying it with me. So that's why I use Mixer.com instead of Twitch.tv, just because I get more people in there that we have a good time together. So that's why I do that. At this point, I'm kind of rambling, and this is an insanely long Here in My Car vlog. I had most of them are only a few minutes, and this one's almost 18 minutes now. So at that, after I say the same thing over and over again, I'm probably just gonna end this video before I embarrass myself too much. But like always, guys, thank you so much for the support, and as I've said 1,000 times, it means the world to me that I can put up videos and have other people watch them and drop a like on it, and that means so much to me. But like I said, I'm just repeating myself. So thank you very much, guys. As always, you know it. Deuces.